Wow. Hey, Ziggy, what's up?
There he is. Ziggy, you called him. Jesus.
Not anymore.
Huh?
I don't even flinch when I get called that.
I'm sorry.
No.
But that's a good thing that people recognize you.
It's totally flattering.
I got to tell you, I know we're going to talk about Generation Kill, and I also heard you saw Tropic Thunder, so we got a lot to do with you today. But I got to just tell you, I'm a huge Wire fan. Me and Jimmy. Jimmy turned me onto it, and you made season 2. The whole doc, the season that focused on the docs. You made that season.
Oh, thanks, man.
You
Thanks
completely made that season.
Thank you.
There's a great scene you do where let's just say he commits a really violent shooting, and then you're confessing to the police. And in the statement, the one thing you wanted to change was like he was asking you for mercy. You're like, no, beg. Can you please beg? That was such a great scene that showed you everything you needed to know about how good that felt for him to shoot those guys. It was really tremendous.
Begged.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Good morning. Good morning. So we got PJ, of course, Ziggy. Well, his real name's PJ.
Ziggy.
And we got Lee also from Generation Kill. I just want to go back to PJ for a second before we move on. So you saw Tropic Thunder?
Oh, yeah, it was amazing. It was totally amazing. It was one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. You know what's funny is I've been waiting for that movie to come out for months. And then we were actually doing ADR with David Simon, and I was like, and I had already seen the trailer online. I was like, David, you have to look at this. I was like, it's about 40 actors in a war movie. And he's like, I can't believe we didn't write this script. So, but then I heard that they're really freaking, that disability groups are really upset about
Simple Jack, the role that Ben Stiller played in a fake movie within the movie.
That's so stupid. Yeah. That is so stupid because it's actually just making fun of actors.
It's a spoof, yeah. I mean, yeah. You look at things like Forrest Gump or any of those, it's totally acceptable. But then,
well, he went full retard. That was the brilliance of that scene. You can't go full.
Everybody know you don't go fully retarded. Look at Sean Penn, 2001. I am saying, man walked home empty-handed. So good.
Yeah, you must really start getting recognized a lot now for Generation Kill.
No, not really.
Really?
No.
Because you're like really kind of a very popular character in that. You're in a lot of the episodes.
I wouldn't call me popular.
No, I think that's pretty popular. The real smart ass and just out there and kind of a loose cannon.
Yeah, a loose cannon.
Loose cannon.
You make me sound like I'm in a buddy cop movie.
Yeah, he's the loose cannon.
You're real.
Then there's the older guy that says, I'm getting too old for this crap.
Yeah.
But no, your character's great. It's one of those, you're really kind of on the edge there, off the wall, eating the speed all the time.
The red fuel, the ephedra.
Not sleeping and just going off on these tangents that the journalist here, Lee, just seems to really enjoy. I like when he says something and you, being the Rolling Stone writer, just kind of goes like, oh wow, like, oh, this is good stuff. Yeah. Where did you get a lot of the material? Was it taken from a lot of actual soldiers, interviews with these guys, or?
Well, since we're all playing real people, most of that stuff is actually stuff that Ray Person said.
Really?
Yeah, during the invasion during OIF1, and if you meet him now, he's this really mild-mannered guy from Missouri. He's really sweet. He's one of the coolest people I've ever met. But I guess Evan wrote a new afterword in the new edition of Generation Kill, and he was talking to Ray about it, and Ray was like, dude, I didn't know you were gonna put all that stuff in the book. He's like, I don't talk like that. We were invading a country, so most of the stuff that a lot, yeah. So I think about 90% of what my dialogue is like kind of verbatim what Josh said.
Really?
Yeah.
It's and a lot of soldiers have said it's a pretty accurate depiction of what's going on over there.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I guess that's what the most interesting thing about the whole project has been so far is that people to the far left have a really have a reaction to it, and people to the far right have a really serious reaction to it. But then most of the veterans are like, "No, this is pretty close."
Yeah, it's pretty close to what it is.
Which is the best of what I think we could have. I think that's what we hoped for from the beginning.
Yeah, I think that's cool because it's not really an agenda. Because I was a little kind of apprehensive going into it, thinking, all right, is this going to be one way or another? Is it going to have this kind of agenda and this message, and but it just kind of rolls and lets you get kind of an insight on what these guys are going through, and I think that's cool. And you do get kind of a view from the left and the right based on what character is talking.
Right. I mean,
which is pretty cool.
Yeah, you don't go over there and, like, all of a sudden, like, there's some Marine, like the translucent bald eagle head, like floating in the background, and one tear and like a flag, and then all of a sudden he's like saluting, God bless America, like that's without nuance, like exactly. Of course there's going to be people to the left and people to the right, even in the service.
Mm-hmm. What kind of reactions have you guys gotten from the left and the right? Are you getting criticism from both ways? They feel like you're not representing them properly?
I mean, I don't know. Like, some of the stuff I've read is like, this is liberal garbage. And then, I mean, I don't.
I can't wait to hear how the person who likes it sounds.
It sounds like a moron.
You're just stupid. Yeah. That would be all intelligent
and the person who really
sounding.
likes it, thinks it's a meaningful.
I've got one voice, man. I use it for all my characters.
No, you're right. The guy who likes it is never like, it's really good.
With the stupid voice. Yeah. I'm amazed at the production of it too. I mean, it's a giant scale. It looks great. When you're trying to depict an invasion of a country, you can't really do it with like 2 Humvees and a few guys. They really did a great job of making this look huge. I mean, when those vehicles are rolling down Saddam's highways, obviously CGI, but really a great job. It looks fantastic, the production value.
Where was it filmed?
We were in Namibia, South Africa, and Mozambique.
Wow!
Most of the time in
a few shots for that one.
South Africa. Yeah, a few shots, some pills.
Malaria.
Well, the pills I brought, but the shots, yes.
So you guys the whole season is done. You shot the whole season.
Yeah, we were there for 7 months last year.
HBO is great. They don't back off even if they get criticized about things. They normally will not allow criticism of content to kind of get in the way. I mean, The Sopranos got criticized. The Wire. Why do you think it is you guys never got nominated? It's a disgrace that you were never nominated for an Emmy.
I don't know. I mean, because at the end of the day, let's face it. I think most award shows are just popularity contests. And the thing is that as well received as it was, it wasn't the most popular show in the entire world, and it takes a lot of dedication, and you can't be that stupid if you're watching that show. You have to invest. You have a lot of an intellectual investment to do with that show. So
that's what a lot of the HBO miniseries you kind of do. You have to invest some time. You have to have a little bit of intellect to get into the characters, because I love how the characters are developed in Generation Kill. There's racist guys. There's cool guys. There's guys that are there for the cause, guys that could give a crap.
Yeah,
so it's really accurate.
I liked about the book when I read the book. It's just so honest, and when I finished it, I didn't feel like I had been fed a point of view. I felt like I just saw these guys, and they're just doing what they're doing. And it was a really accurate account of people. What people are like.
Yeah, one part I really liked that. Almost put it like a bad light on the soldiers was goofing on the letters that came from the kids writing from school. Like that was, but I laughed my ass off, and it's like, of course these guys, they're trained, they're Marines, trained to kill, and they're reading letters from kids going, I hope you don't have to go to war. And then these guys are like, you fag, of course I want to go to war, this is what I'm trained to do, kill, So, and they're goofing on, they send little pictures, and this little girl sent her picture, and they're passing around going, look at this one's hot. It's just, it was so wrong and so funny, and that happens. It's not like one of those old-time war movies where they're like, this is what it's all about, the children.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's another thing to point out, too, when people are like, that's been the one thing that I was really worried about, that, and again, and it almost ties into what we were talking about with Tropic Thunder, this, people are way too sensitive about content and stuff.
Hey, man.
All right.
Easy with
I'm sorry, Lee.
I'm a little sensitive about
I know you're white. I know. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring it up. The big W word.
Not white. It's godlike American.
Right. You're the Libertarian Party. But I like all the dialogue where people are like, this is really racist or really homophobic. It's gallows humor, man. Right. If you're with your brothers, it doesn't matter it doesn't matter what race, ethnic background you are, like where you're from. Like, you're gonna take anything that you see about somebody that's different from you and just pick it apart because you have nothing to do. It's gallows humor, and then to people for people to call it
gallows anymore. So it's outdated humor. Is that what you're saying?
It's hard to say lethal injection humor though. It doesn't have that same feel to it.
Yeah, and it's cool too because that Led Zeppelin song.
Yeah. Hangman.
Yeah. So.
I guess, Lee, now it's probably great to be in a series where maybe people forget you've got your ass tattooed by Schillinger in Oz.
Well, I don't know if they edited it out, but every time I sit down in that seat, I'm like, just like remember that
little inside, yeah. That was that was a hell of a series because when you have man junk in the opening sequence when the credits are rolling, that show Oz, and the ladies would just sit down and love it because every episode there was going to be full frontal nudity from a guy.
Absolutely. One of the seasons we were shooting some while some were airing. And the one that was airing was the one where Chris Maloney peed in a bucket, right? And so one of the older guys who was like, working on the show was like sitting at the thing. He went, last night the show went too far. That went too far. When Chris Maloney peed in the bucket, my wife was so disgusted, she got up and went into the bedroom for the rest of the night. And I looked at him and I said, wait a minute, dude. She sees Chris Maloney pissing in a bucket? And she goes into the bedroom because she's disgusted? Come on.
Yeah, that show was very popular with the ladies after a while.
Yeah, it was. It picked up.
Hey, did Tony? This is a weird question. Did Tony Masanti die in between seasons? Because the way he kind of went off the show, like they were putting like crushed glass in his food, and he was just gone. Why did he not come back? I was like, I wonder if he died in between seasons.
No, he died in the last because he like all of a sudden just erupts with blood one day. Right, that was how he ended in episode 8 of the first season.
I would love to have him to come back to season 2. I was like,
awesome.
Yeah, he was great.
I was so when I was like a little kid, I used to watch Toma and stuff like that.
Did you ever see the first movie, his movie with Martin Sheen, The Incident, where they're on a subway train with Ed McMahon and they take it over?
No, Ed McMahon?
Jesus.
No, him and Martin Sheen take over the train. Ed McMahon is there with a baby. The Incident, great. Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. Way to wreck the conversation.
That's a bring down.
Sorry.
I don't remember that one.
Hey, I want to say hello to my girlfriend Yuko, who's listening to a car radio right now, driving up to Sing Sing. Hey, Yuko.
Sing Sing.
Why up to Sing Sing?
Going to see her other boyfriend.
Listen, I don't want to get into that. I just want to say hello to her and everybody that's in that car.
You shouldn't have said Sing Sing then.
Yeah, it's a tough one to pass up.
Yeah, really. All right, we'll just let that one.
Just the upstate's good enough.
Yeah, you should. Right, driving north of here.
No, with
It's North Westchester.
Back to Generation Kill. I'm just waiting for a popular character to buy it because obviously we have to have a little reality here, a little reality check. I'm not going to ask anything I know you're not going to tell me, but is something tragic in the future here?
Well, if you read the book, you can find out.
Well, I don't want to read the book now. I don't want to know what's going to happen.
They didn't. I mean, I'd say that like whatever's in the book is going to be there on the screen, and almost none of it, as far as like a story arc in its gross sense, none of it has been fabricated. So
yeah, and the Godfather is a great gruff character. At first, I thought he was stand-up guy and stuff, and then you realize, oh my God, this guy's just out for himself. Kind of doesn't care really about what's going on. Just wants to get into the game.
Yeah.
Is his voice really screwed like that? Or?
No, I mean, the actual guy's voice is, but the actor just did that for the... But it was funny because...
How the hell do you do that during the entire filming?
Well, the funny thing was there was a read-through, and because there was a couple of guys, Alexander's from Sweden, so he was working on an accent, an American accent, and then the voice guy immediately went over to Chance Kelly, who plays Ferrando, and was like, "Dude, I need to talk to you because you cannot do that, continually without really messing up your voice,
destroying your voice." Yeah. Wow.
But
that's
That's the art. You know, you do it. You don't care. Caution to the wind.
I'm always amazed when somebody has an accent like back on the Wire, like the guys like Dominic, and they're like, these guys are British. They're from all over the place. And it's like, I'm such a dope. I just assumed they were raised in Baltimore or Jersey somewhere.
Oh no, man! You know that Baltimore accent, which is the same as like the Philly one.
That's horrendous.
Oh, it's amazing.
Anthony does a great Baltimore accent.
What
accent? Well, because of Sal.
Oh, Sal.
Come on,
No, come on,
puppet.
Sal does it all. Joseph.
Oh, that's pretty.
Put on Christmas shoes.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, ready? Yeah. Me and Crystal are going to the state fair this weekend. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be so awesome. And I did the Ziggy accent, and I went home for Thanksgiving, and like one of my aunt's friends was there. She's like, "We don't talk like that down here."
Down here.
I was like, "Oh, jeez."
What's going on? What's going on?
Actually, John Travolta does a really good Baltimore in Hairspray. Have you seen
no,
that?
I didn't see it.
I saw part of it last night.
It's so distracting to watch him in that getup.
I know, it's weird, right?
It looks so right.
It really does. It really looks so right.
You think he flies this plane in it?
Yeah, sure he does. Get on, people who no one else sees because you come to the house and you sneak in. We all. Boy, how bad do you have to love it when you buy your own plane? No paparazzi up here.
There's safety at 35,000 feet.
It sure is. Somebody buzzes you in a helicopter with a camera. No one's going to say what you're doing.
Hey, I got to ask PJ, you prevented a rape
Yeah.
while living in New York City?
Yeah, I did.
Back in what, 2006?
2006.
Cock blocker.
Yeah.
No,
Hey, buddy.
well,
Listen, I've been here all night, man.
what happened, man? That's crazy.
I was sitting in my apartment, and I had heard my
Girl comes over.
Yeah.
I'm real horny, and I
Yeah.
just decided no.
Yeah. Like, that's pretty much it. I was like, not again. I am not going down this road again. No, my upstairs neighbor, I heard my upstairs neighbor screaming for help, and I ran downstairs, and I saw this guy trying to rape my upstairs neighbor, and I ran back upstairs and told my girlfriend at the time, I was like, lock yourself in the apartment, and I was like, call the police, tell him that there's a rape happening. So I ran downstairs and I chased this dude down the street, and I whooped his ass with a metal bar, and and then like we got pinned between two doors, and he closed. It was really, it all happened really fast, but he ended up getting 5 years in prison. So
what made you chase him? That's really ballsy.
No kidding.
As opposed to just getting him off the person. Like, what made you just run after him?
I don't know. I was I don't know. You see that, and you get pretty mad, I guess. Like, I mean, it was really that like.
Did she know the guy, or was it?
No. It was just I lived in the Lower East Side, and it's funny because even like 2 years ago, the Lower East Side's changed a lot in the last 2 years. So, I mean, it's like there's still some pretty crappy parts down there.
Was there any point where you were chasing him, or you're involved with this, and you're like, what am I doing?
No, but the funniest thing was that like I'm so I'm like really thin, and I was wearing like my underwear and nothing else, and had a metal bar, and I was like running down First Avenue, and it was kind of raining, and I saw my friend walking his dog, and he thought I was having some sort of PCP flip out.
Yeah, you see that.
I was like, God, it's really hot out. I'm just gonna, Chris, I'm gonna take a nap right here. I was like, what's going on? I was like, come on, help me, dude. So that was really fun.
Did he help you?
Yeah. No, I mean, he didn't help me like beat this dude down, but I think he like called the cops and yeah.
So basically, he did nothing. He ran to a payphone.
Yeah.
When you see your friend running with a metal bar in his underpants, and he says, "Help me," you probably, I'll call somebody, let them help you.
Yeah. I'll call Bellevue.
How many?
Get that Thorazine for you, buddy.
How many episodes total are there? Generation Kill.
7.
7 total. That's it.
That's it.
Damn it!
They don't get greedy, HBO. They really
when
don't.
they do that though.
And there's no second season?
No.
So,
You really only doing one season?
So
it's just the book. It's
so
just
you're
the book.
Yeah.
It's going to be all. It's going to be all wrapped up in 7 episodes.
Write another book.
Yeah, no kidding.
Damn
I
it!
did not realize that.
It looks like something that could be a couple seasons easy.
It said mini-series, so you're kind of like, eh.
Maybe
Yeah.
like Aftermath. You guys will
That's
do an
pretty
offshoot.
much the tip-off when they
Yeah.
mini.
It's not
series.
mini series.
Yeah.
Did you see Band of Brothers? You watch that World War II?
I never saw it.
Didn't see it?
Nope.
I haven't seen all of it. I've seen...
Yeah, I thought that was, pretty... It's odd when you look at war over the years like that, because that seemed to me, too, from, what I've heard and read and seen in documentaries, to be a pretty accurate depiction of World War II. And it's so starkly different from what's going on in Generation Kill, which, again, seems pretty accurate. And it's such an odd thing to see how war and people that have gone to war have changed over the years and become, I guess, a little more cynical. The advent of video cameras is another thing that the soldiers have that is very surprising to see such just heinous things being videotaped by these guys. That legless girl scene was just horrific. But have you seen videos from some of the soldiers? Have you had to check those out?
I've seen some photographs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty nasty stuff. Or I can't look at that.
Yeah, it's
porn for me. It's great.
Yeah.
I'll look at any type of disgusting porn. 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
I know.
Privy to that one?
I've never seen that one, and I won't see it. I have heard about it.
I directed that. I completely misunderstood what I said.
I looked for it because I had heard about it, but you've got to join something.
No, our guys are just. They could get.
Hang out during the break. You'll see 2 Girls, 1 Cup. It's one of our favorite things to show people.
Here comes Danny running in I know where it is.
And PJ, you should take a look at it because it's hilarious.
It's so hard to watch.
Yeah,
so hard to watch.
Yeah,
but you've seen that, and it's odd to go onto some of the video sites and see in the middle of combat. Yeah. You're watching guys behind a wall shooting, and this isn't a movie. It's this is real guys, and it kind of does bring the war home in such a different way than it used to with the news.
I know. I mean, and then you sort of juxtapose that against the fact that the press isn't allowed to take photos of the coffins and stuff.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's like we can't show this, but you go right onto YouTube, you'll see them.
Absolutely.
Do you have a personal opinion of the war, and did it change at all after doing the show?
I mean, look. I've said this before. I've said it a couple of times. The only I'm not against. I'm not really for this war, but only because I feel like we have so many things in this country that we sort of need to get, we need to take care of. But at the other end of the spectrum, like, it's such like a gigantic, like, nuanced problem where it's like, well, we shouldn't go in there for oil, and it's like, well, it's more complicated than that. And if you really believe that, then throw away your iPod. It's
right.
How much oil
Wait a minute.
how much oil it takes to make an iPod.
Buddy.
No, look, I'm not saying. Look, I'm not saying that it's that I'm morally with it or morally like I'm totally morally opposed to invading somebody else's country, but. I don't know. I don't want to get into this.
Well, it's too late. You got into it.
Now
into it,
you're
and all
in
of
it.
a sudden I'm giving up my iPod.
No,
I don't understand how this happened.
iPods for oil, man.
I'm just saying, like we live in a society that is, like we live in a really imperialist country. It's like part of the game that we have to, like, that's what we're doing. And I'm opposed to it, but it's the way it goes.
I'm just kind of I'm still annoyed that we were a little bamboozled into jumping in there.
Absolutely.
The original thing, the original thing seemed a little noble. This guy's got his weapons, whatever. We got to go in there and make sure he doesn't use them. Then you find out there's no weapons, and then it's like, well, this kind of changed. Now we want to free him. It's like, well, I wasn't up for that.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of the people were up for that. If people want to be free, usually in this world, when people are oppressed and want to be free, they rise up when the time is right and decide that they want to do it. It's kind of hard to force people into
it's very
freedom.
I don't think we'll ever know why. Why we're over there.
Yeah.
Somebody has some reason, and I don't.
Yeah. And after 9/11, we were all pretty gung ho about just bombing the crap out of anybody.
Yeah.
It was like, Afghanistan, all right, that's over. No, we need something new. Please bomb something.
Yeah.
England, anything.
Yes.
I love the idea. You're going to be a democracy. You're going to do it.
Yeah.
Like, all right, okay, we won't do it. Oh, yeah. And you're going to choose. You're going to love it. And you're going to love the choice between two things. You're going to choose. Now, you're going to choose.
The choice, exactly.
Okay.
Hey, we really have to take a break, but we want to show these guys 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
Oh, dude, I don't know about this, dude.
Oh,
no, don't do this to me, please, God.
Wait.
You can turn away when you want, but
turn away when you feel you should turn away.
Do I have to get closer to?
Wait,
get over there. There's a mic over there.
Yeah,
you know, there's a lot of goodness that you can
let her rip, Dan.
Lee, I can see it from here. Lee, okay. Oh, Jesus Christ!
All right, here we go. This is
now it starts out like any old.
This is two girls, one
kind of two girls going at it, and then it just instantly takes a turn for the worse.
Each other, obviously. What?
Oh! Yes. Oh my goodness gracious, no.
No, that is. Come on, I don't buy it. I've been in this
no, you don't want to buy it. Is pretty much what it is. Oh my God, the people in the control room are frightened.
Yeah, I wonder why we don't get more guests.
Yeah. I'll tell you what that is. It's peanut butter, liverwurst, and chocolate syrup, because that's what we used on the first season of Oz. I did that on Schillinger.
Right on a Schillinger's face. That's right.
Peanut butter.
Well, how do you explain that then? How do you explain that?
Wow, it's good CGI, huh? Looks like vomit.
Yeah. Explain that there.
Come on.
Mr. Hollywood.
What?
That's what our boys are fighting for, the freedom to show in Iraq.
That's right.
They don't have like, oh my God, I'm about to like.
Yeah, they're
nothing.
It
is.
They're pros, sir. They're pros.
They're pros.
Yeah, that's a non-union production, though.
Non-union. They're scabs.
It's disgusting. If that's real, that's
twisted.
I know.
I want to meet one of those girls.
You know, there's a whole thing on YouTube and other video sites of just people's reactions to watching that. It's hysterical. You'll see just like, oh no, God.
Well, we got to thank these guys for coming in. We got to
absolutely
take a break. Generation Kill, right, Ant?
Yep. Fantastic show, HBO. When is it? Sundays at 9 o'clock, and then on demand. Anytime you want, you could catch up. I like that. I like doing that. You know, you have the film festival.
How many episodes in are you guys right now? Because I haven't.
4.
So if you want to go, you can watch it on demand and be caught up by the end.
Oh yeah,
that's what I love about on demand. You don't just have to jump in and go, "What's happening?"
Right.
You know, you sit there for hours on end, having to go to the bathroom, laying in bed, just go one more episode.
I actually think I saw the entire Sopranos that way. It's really weird.
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh, get this show," and then I was in my house for 48 hours. Like, oh God, did the whole thing. Like, fuck it and screw it.
That's what it is about, like the box sets. And on demand, you just sit there and go, all right, one more. Yeah. I did that with Lost. You know, the first season of Lost, because second season came on, and I was like, you know, I didn't see this.
I'm lost.
All right, I'm really lost, so let me catch up. And you're just sitting there with bags under your eyes. You haven't showered. You're just a mess. But caught up.
There you go.
Thanks, HBO.
I did it. I got it done. I needed to do it. Now I'm up to date.
All right, let's hear it for PJ. And
thanks, man, so much, and continued success.
Once again, Generation Kill, Sunday at 9 on HBO. We'll continue in just a bit.